Hey warriors, are you ready to see the chaos? Yeah? Can you feel it creeping in your bones? Oh, people are staring, jaw on the floor because of what you did? Nah, seriously? They are blown away. The way you handled that disgusting situation like a total legend? Yeah, they are impressed. No, they are shook. And I need you, I mean it, to watch this all the way, every second. Oh, and don't forget, smash that comment section. Let me know your story. Seriously, I want to hear it. Because yes, you survived, thrived, and showed the world how resilience looks. And for that, for showing that strength, for standing tall when everyone doubted. Yeah, you deserve a round of applause, even if it's virtual. I see you, so stay with me. Stick around, because this speech, it's not just words, it's a masterclass in rising up. It's for anyone who's been pushed down, laughed at, doubted. Yeah, this is your moment. You're about to witness a breakdown of courage, of fire, of control that will hit harder than anything you've seen. And I promise, by the end, you're going to leave inspired, motivated, and ready to drop your own truth. So comment below. Let me see your power, your story, your grind. Because of this tribute, this shout out is all for you, the ones who stayed strong when it mattered most. Now buckle up, open your mind, and let's dive into the madness, the strategy, the quiet storm that made them so impressed. Yeah, you ready? Oh wow, it's about to get real, raw, and unforgettable. The world watches while you bleed, and they gasp, and they judge. Oh, you thought they saw the real you? Nah, they saw a shadow trembling in silence, a shadow that tasted the bitterness of every lie, every betrayal, every sneer that came from mouths too small to carry the weight of truth. They saw the surface, the mask, the calm exterior, but inside was a storm, fierce and raw, clawing to escape. People are so impressed by how you handled this disgusting situation because they never saw the nights you faced your own fear, alone. The nights your heart screamed, but your lips remained shut. The nights when the darkness whispered things that would make their bones freeze. Oh, you survived. You survived not because luck was on your side, not because the world gave you mercy. No. You survived because you refused to bow. Yeah, that's right. You refused. You watched the chaos unfold. You watched the lies spiral. You felt the sharp sting of betrayal like 1,000 knives, but you didn't break. You didn't crumble. You faced the stench of injustice and the bitter taste of despair, and yet you remained. Calm, focused, calculating. They call it impressive. They call it strong. But it's more than that. It's the fire of someone who learned that life doesn't hand out mercy freely. It doesn't pause for pity. Life hits hard, and you responded. Not with anger, not with revenge, but with something sharper, something quiet, something they cannot understand, something that makes them stare and wonder, how can anyone survive that? And here's the truth. They miss. The part that makes your handling of this situation almost unexplainable. It wasn't about proving them wrong. It wasn't about showing them you could win. It was about proving something to yourself, something primal, something that whispers deep inside when no one is watching. You stared at the disgust, the chaos, the filth of what life threw at you, and you said, "Not today, not in my mind, not in my soul." And you held it until the nausea, the fear, the weakness, all of it became a strange kind of strength. Strength isn't loud. Strength whispers, and sometimes it screams. Yeah, you heard that right. Strength isn't about how big your voice is or how flashy your moves appear. Strength is hidden in the small moments, the ones no one sees, the ones where your hands shake, but you keep them steady, where your heart pounds, but your mind refuses to crack. People are impressed by how you handled this disgusting situation, but what they don't see is what it cost you. Oh, they don't see the nights you stayed awake, wrestling with doubt, staring at your own reflection, asking, "How do I keep going?" Nah, they think it was easy. They think it just happened. They applaud your calm, your patience, your clarity. But inside, every thought was a battlefield. Every choice felt like walking on shards of glass. And still, you moved forward, quietly, calculated, determined. That is the kind of strength they cannot touch. That is the kind of power that makes people stare and whisper behind closed doors. How does someone stay this whole after everything? Oh, the irony is delicious. Because the truth is, your survival wasn't about impressing them. It was about discovering yourself, about realizing that chaos, pain, and insult are not enemies to fear. They are teachers. They are mirrors. They show you the depth of your courage. They show you the sharp edges of your mind. Every sneer, every betrayal, every attempt to break you became a lesson, became fuel, became the reason your calm face hides a storm that could move mountains. Yeah, and that is the moment they fear without knowing it. The moment they see your eyes and wonder, what has she or he endured that I cannot touch? What secret force holds this person together when the world tried so hard to shatter them? They are impressed, but even that word is too small. They are baffled, confused, afraid of a quiet that holds more power than any shout. And here is the hook, the thought that cannot leave you. If this quiet strength is what stunned them, what happens when it evolves? What happens when the same hands that held back fear start shaping the world around them? What happens when the one who survived stops merely surviving and starts taking control of everything that comes next? Fire doesn't ask permission. It doesn't care if it burns the wrong hands. Oh yes, that fire was there all along. Quiet at first, almost invisible, hidden beneath the surface of fear and doubt. But it never died. Nah, it only grew stronger. Every insult, every betrayal, every disgusting twist of fate fed it. And the people around you, they didn't notice. They never saw the flames licking at the edges of your patience. They only saw the calm face, the steady steps, the words measured so perfectly they seemed effortless. But inside, oh inside, chaos roared, and you held it with hands that shook, a mind that raced, and a heart that refused to break. Yeah, and isn't that the cruel joke? They call it impressive, as if surviving was the end, as if enduring the storm proves anything. But you know better. You know that real power hides in the quiet burn, in the fire that doesn't need applause. You kept that fire alive because you understood something few ever see. Pain is fuel. Fear is fuel. Anger, disgust, betrayal, they are tools. And oh, the way you learn to wield them quietly, carefully, with precision. That is why people are so impressed. They think it's luck. They think it's talent. Nah, it's survival elevated into strategy. And here's the moment where it gets delicious. Because fire is not just energy. It is a transformation. You held the disgusting situation in your hands and burned away the weakness. You burned away the doubt. You burned away the part of yourself that hesitated, that flinched, that feared the chaos. And what was left? Clarity, calm, control. A presence that commands attention without a single shout. People stare, they wonder, they whisper, and you smile, quietly, because the fire is yours, not theirs, and they have no idea how much it can do. Oh yes, they are impressed, but they will never fully understand. Never. And that's perfect, because you don't need their understanding. You only need yourself. And now, the fire is not hidden anymore. Now, it waits, it watches, it sharpens. And the question that burns louder than anything else is, what will you do with it next? The mask isn't a lie. It's a promise. Yeah, a promise to survive. A promise to endure. A promise to remain standing when the world wanted nothing more than to watch you crumble. Oh, they see you smiling. Smooth, calm, charming, even. They think the battle is over. They think the storm has passed. But nah, the storm is still there, swirling beneath the surface, and your smile is the bridge between chaos and control. People are impressed by how you handled this disgusting situation because they only see the mask. They don't see the nights you wrestled with your own fear. They don't hear the silent screams of doubt that tried to drag you under. They only see the result. And oh, the irony is delicious. And oh, because the mask, the calm, the composed exterior, it is not weakness, it is strategy. It is power. You learn that chaos respects only those who can sit quietly in its eye and refuse to panic. That is why every whisper, every glance, every subtle observation of your calm presence fascinates them. They wonder, how can someone face such darkness and still smile? And the answer is simple. You've endured. You've survived. You've learned. And in the process, you've become more than what they expected. They are impressed, yes, but they cannot even imagine the cost. Oh, and isn't that the beauty of it? The power they admire is invisible. It lives in your patience, in your restraint, in the quiet way you hold the chaos at bay while the world stumbles around you. Every insult, every betrayal, every disgusting attempt to break you has been absorbed, processed, and transformed into wisdom. And now every movement you make, every word you speak carries weight. People feel it, even if they don't understand it. They feel the calm that hides a storm. They feel the strength that refuses to shout. And that is far more terrifying than any display of anger or revenge. People fear the fire they cannot touch. They fear the calm that hides chaos. Yeah, that's right. They see you. They see the surface. the control, the quiet confidence. Oh wow, they are impressed. But what they really fear is invisible. They fear what they cannot understand. Nah, it's not the mask. It's not the calm. It's the knowledge you carry in silence. The understanding that life's worst cannot define you unless you allow it. Every disgusting situation, every betrayal, every attempt to break you became a teacher. And oh, what lessons you learned. Not the ones whispered in stories or shouted by the crowd, but the ones burned into your mind in quiet, lonely moments when the world looked away. The lesson is simple, but brutal. Strength is not measured by surviving the storm. Strength is measured by what you build after it passes. You took the chaos, the insult, the disgust, and you folded it into strategy, patience and clarity. People clap. They cheer. They whisper your name with admiration. But the true victory? Oh, the real victory is what happens when no one is watching, when the night is quiet, when your mind sharpens and your heart steadies, and you realize you are no longer the one being moved by the world. You are the one who moves. Yeah. And that is the part they fear. Not because you are flashy, not because you make noise, but because you have learned to bend the invisible forces of challenge into your favor. You are calm in chaos. You are sharp when others flinch. You are a presence that cannot be ignored, even if it is unseen. People are impressed by how you handled this disgusting situation, but they will never comprehend the discipline, the focus, the quiet ferocity that made it possible. Oh, the irony is exquisite. They fear what they admire. They cheer for what they cannot understand. And all the while you hold the real power quietly, calculating the next move, waiting for the right moment. The fire inside you is not chaos anymore. It is controlled energy. It is intelligence. It is patience made sharp as a blade. And every glance at you reminds the world that survival alone is nothing. Transformation is everything. Whoa, can you feel that? Yeah, that power, that fire, that calm, it's all you? Oh wow, people are impressed. But you know the truth? Nah, the real strength? It's in what you survived, what you conquered, quietly. And here's the deal. Don't just watch this fade away. Comment below, share your story. Seriously, I want to hear how you handled your chaos. Every glance at this, every second you stayed, every word you let sink in, it's a tribute to you, the ones who never folded, the ones who rose when life tried to crush them. Yeah, you are the reason this speech exists. The reason they are impressed, and the reason we all keep pushing, keep surviving, keep mastering the fire inside. So hit that like, smash the comments, and share this with anyone who needs to see, because your story, your grind, deserves the spotlight, and I see you. Oh, and remember, this isn't the end, it's just the beginning. Every challenge, every disgusting situation is training, is shaping you, is proving that people notice, even if they don't say it out loud. Yeah, so walk forward, stronger, sharper, and show them again what they'll never forget. Until next time, stay fierce, stay focused, and remember, they are impressed. But you are unstoppable in your own story.